can you get a 5 off?
Yeah, Morne, who are you more upset with? Vernon for being so greedy with wickets this morning, or Aiden Markram stealing the last one from you, the runner?
No, I'm very happy, to be honest. So happy for Vern, like Coach said. He's done a lot of hard work the last couple of weeks, and that was his moment today to go out and shine. And that's important for us. A lot of times when you've got a big lead and you go into the last day, you could float a little bit and not run in with some intensity. But we had a hard chat this morning in the change room, and our coach asked us to be on the money this morning, and Vernie put his hand up, and I did it for the team.
That spell late yesterday looked quite sore, especially the first 2 balls. Give us some understanding of just how much pain you were in.
Yesterday I can't really remember because I took quite a bit of painkillers and one or 2 injections. But for me it was very important to be on the field. I wanted to be on that field more than anything. I spoke to Doc and I asked him what is sort of the worst that can happen with my side if I keep pushing it a little bit. And I was happy to do that. So I also knew that once I started bowling, if I let the oblique muscle cool down, I was going to be in trouble. So because I wasn't really running in at full speed or 100% intensity, I could go a little bit longer. And strangely enough, I was landing the ball in better areas, and I was like, maybe that's the way to go.
Was there ever consideration yesterday not to bowl, to kind of just remove yourself from the innings completely?
I was definitely gonna give it a go first, and I felt it at the first 2-3 balls, and I said, okay, no, I'll just see how I go one more over. And then, strangely enough, sort of the whole body warmed up, and it was manageable. So, it didn't get worse as I was bowling. And my main concern was, waking up this morning and not be able to move. But I managed to get going again.
Morne, you looked cross when you got out in the first innings, and then the side goes when you're bowling. Did you think it's going to be a disaster, my last?
Yes, yeah. I've had sort of the fortunes of things like that happen to me, and I thought to myself, no, there's no ways. The thing for me is just in PE, I sat with Temba in the dugout, and we had a nice chat about cricket and his cricket, and especially him wanting to come back after a hand injury and want to score runs and do well for the country, and to then be out in the middle with him on 95, in the back of my head I was like, we had this chat, and I was so hoping that Keshav can just build a partnership, because in my career I think I can also count the number of times that I had to go bat with guys when I'm on 40s or 90s, and I'm like, oh my word. And then the worst thing, I've got the quality of Pat Cummins running in, and anyways, I was confident in my mind that I would be able to hang around there with Temba for that, and then obviously it's a beauty of a ball. And disappointment, and I didn't get the chance or the opportunity for the crowd to cheer for one more Heidel's boundary.
Morne, looking back at the highlights and maybe some regrets with the Proteas?
Obviously a lot of highlights. Beating Australia in Australia, England. That was a sort of the first time where. Obviously as a youngster I watch all the cricket, and how South Africa sort of had a tough time, overseas. And when we beat Australia the first time, and you guys heard this story a million times before, Colours and those guys crying in the bus, you sort of realise what it meant. And so for me to be part of that, and then to create a sort of team culture and identity with Graeme Smith, as a leader, and with Gary, that for me was really special, and since then, I wouldn't say that it didn't feel, what's the word, sort of any less, but since then, walking on the field for South Africa was unbelievable. So that was a big turnaround for me, and especially in my international career, and also for the rest of the team. And lowlights, there's plenty. I need to thank you guys for 12 years of writing. There's a couple of mornings where I woke up and I read the paper, and I'm like, wait until I see you guys in the street. But I think that's part of the game, and that's why we played, and I think that's also the reason why I've managed to play for 12 years. I wanted to get better every time. I wanted to prove people wrong, and so I think that was a massive driver for me in my career.
World Cups?
Yeah, World Cups is a big disappointment. I remember it like yesterday, standing at third man at Eden Park, Steenke running in, and I was almost had that ease in my heart that I thought Steenke was going to do that, and the way Grant took the game away from us was obviously emotional. Mentally and physically, body is still good, for one World Cup, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna be on that bus. But I'm pretty sure, where this team is heading, and under the management and the senior players that's in the squad, they've got a very good chance, to go all the way.
Morne, the last 12 months, would you say it's the best you've ever bowled? And the second part is, do you want to reconsider you stepping down?
Yeah, I think. I mean, in the wicket column, it shows that I've been bowling well. For me, I had different roles in my career. What captains expected me to do. A lot of times I think a high percentage of my time bowling, I almost bowled for one dismissal, and it was for caught behinds. So it was important for me to use my strength, which was bounce and pace, and I tried to make the most of it. And sort of, the last 12 months, Neil McKenzie actually challenged me with that. He said, when he joined the squad, he said, I want you to hit that fuller length. And I know at times it's floaty, but you know what, just if it goes for four, it goes for four. Just focus on the next ball, and I really want to challenge you on that. And sort of accepted the challenge, and started getting wickets, and things went according to plan. So I need to thank Mac for that sort of challenge. But considering retirement or coming back, obviously, it's when you play in front of your home crowd, and like Newlands for me was so special, and especially the first couple of days, was amazing, and that's the sort of things I'm going to miss a lot. I'm really going to miss, the sort of the banter and what's going on in the change rooms and those sort of things. That's amazing. But I'm also excited for the new guy that's going to come into the team and enjoy this journey. It's a really a special journey, and yeah.
Yes, Dan.
Morne, not many people get to decide when they leave and leave on their own terms. That was almost taken away from you, I guess, in that second test. Could you maybe talk us through how that felt, and if you were maybe perhaps worried that was going to be taken away from you? You weren't going to leave to Rising Reception today.
Sorry, can you repeat that question again? No.
I stumbled there.
No.
Were you worried that you weren't going to get the chance to leave on your own terms after that second test?
I suppose it crosses your mind, but in the back of my mind, I was just hoping to get that opportunity, and I was just grateful for
Can I take the last few Telford and Telford interest in it?
Morne, I'm sure you've thought, and you're probably thinking now about the things you're going to miss. But what are some of the things you're not going to miss, like getting a 2-meter tall man into an airplane seat, or reading the paper, or getting your foot behind the line, and stuff like that? What are you not going to miss?
The Nobles is definitely one thing. I've worked bloody hard on getting that sorted. I suppose I strapped my ankles, both my feet, every game. So it's a lot of strapping, and when you stand for 2 days in the field, it does get a little bit uncomfortable. But it's just sort of a philosophy that I've had, all my life is, if I get injured or if I go over ankle, then I'm out of the attack and I can't bowl. And so I strapped my ankles, and I'm definitely not going to miss the strapping. A lot of guys, when you speak to them, you ask them, do you miss the game? They say, no, I don't miss the game at all. But I'm definitely going to miss it. Not one day that I not enjoyed coming to nets, enjoyed warm-ups. So I enjoyed everything. So I'm definitely going to miss it. I would lie if I would say I'm not going to miss it. But luckily I've still got a couple of years of cricket left in me, and maybe after that, I'll eventually say I had enough. But still, I still got the love of the game, and
Did
Do you have any clarity on where you're going to take your love of the game? It's obviously been reported.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I can't really talk now because, to be honest, I haven't signed, and that's honest truth. I haven't signed anything. And with me having a little side niggle, I don't want to put my name out and they say, listen, no. So I'm pretty sure it's going to come out in the next couple of days. But just the fact that I haven't signed and put pen to paper, I can't really give you guys any update on that, so sorry.
Are you quite hopeful that the side's ready?
Yeah, no, it's when I spoke to the doctor, I did ultrasound sort of scan in the thing, and it was in grade 1, sort of oblique strain, and so it's not that serious. And the main thing was for me was to, with the injections, to make it worse, and then be out for 3-4 months. But yeah, I'm moving quite well, so hopefully it will be 10 days or 12 days, and I can get cracking on again. Yeah.
Have you chosen a successor for the song master in the change room?
We'll discuss it tonight or today. So yeah, there's plenty of time now to come up with that. But Quentin is leading it so far. The last sort of games, so I've slowly introduced Quinny to the team to give him that sort of responsibility. But yeah, it's not going too well. But he is a bit of a rough diamond, but we'll work on it. But yeah, guys, on a serious note, thank you very much. It's been special. Thank you.